Welcome to Ben and Jen's podcast. We analyze customer feedback and share insights into what real buyers are saying, helping you make informed purchasing decisions. Today, we're embarking on a very specific mission. It's a deep dive into a popular sensory tool, the Joe Fidget Cube. Our goal here is really to cut through all the product page details, the specs, the promises, and really unearth the most important nuggets of knowledge, things that will truly get you well informed. Have you ever found yourself wondering what these fidget toys are really made of? Or maybe how they're supposed to genuinely help? And just before we dive in, a quick heads up, the product buy link is available in the pinned comment and the description below. Okay, so let's unpack this thing. We're starting right at the core, the Joe Fidget Cube. Specifically, they call it the Metal Infinity Cube Prime. Now, when I first hear Infinity Cube, my mind kind of goes to something endlessly complex, or maybe endlessly simple. What exactly is an Infinity Cube in this context? What's the experience it offers?
Yeah, it's a great name, actually. And what's fascinating is how it kind of perfectly captures its unique function and the sensory experience it delivers, too. So according to the product info, it's pretty ingeniously composed of 8 small individual cubes. But the real magic, the whole infinity part, that lies in how they're designed. Each of these little cubes can be rotated from pretty much any direction and angle. This allows for this endless array of configurations and movements. It's not really about solving a puzzle or anything. It's more about that continuous, flowing, almost sort of liquid motion you get. With just one hand, you're just constantly morphing its shape. It creates this loop of tactile engagement that, it can be incredibly satisfying.
Ah, I see. So it's really about that constant fluid motion.
Yeah.
Almost mesmerizing, you could say. Something you can feel in your hand. That sounds incredibly tactile, yeah.
Yeah.
Engaging. And speaking of how it feels, fidget toys sometimes get this reputation, don't they, for being a bit flimsy or cheap, often plastic. What about the build quality of this Joe Cube? Does it kind of break that mold?
Oh, it absolutely does. And this is where you see a really significant difference starting to emerge. This isn't your, average mass-produced plastic toy. Not at all. The Joe Infinity Cube is meticulously crafted. It's made from a premium anodized aluminum alloy. And crucially, it's CNC machined.
CNC machined.
Yeah. And that computer numerical control machining, it's not just a fancy term. It means incredibly precise cuts, a really seamless fit. It gives it a level of finish and, importantly, durability that's just far beyond what you'd typically get from, say, a molded plastic toy. You should think of it less like a simple gadget and more like a small piece of precision engineering, really. And that choice of metal, with its weight and that cool-to-the-touch feel, that directly supports their ultra-durable claim. It suggests as a much longer lifespan. It's clearly designed to withstand constant flipping and folding. It even comes with a matching pouch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which subtly reinforces that idea,
Yeah.
that this is a quality item worth protecting and taking with you.
Okay, that definitely shifts my perception. From just another toy to something clearly built with longevity and a genuinely premium feel in mind. It sounds almost like a desk sculpture that, also serves a purpose. Right, let's pivot a bit from the structure to the why. Why does this exist? Beyond being a cool, well-made gadget, what's its intended purpose? The product page makes some pretty big claims. Stress and anxiety relief, even support for ADHD. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for me. How can something so apparently simple address such complex needs?
That's a really fascinating question, isn't it, about the intersection of physical stimulation and our mental states. The source material, the product page, it elaborates quite a bit on its stated benefits. It positions it as a tool that goes beyond just simple distraction. It's presented as genuinely helpful for, general fidgeting habits, anxiety, ADHD, autism, and even for people with other attention disorder issues who might struggle with staying awake or focused. So if you connect this to the broader landscape of human behavior, it aims to provide a constructive outlet for that restless energy that might otherwise come out in less desirable ways, maybe nail biting or smoking, or even just that restless leg shaking some people do. It essentially offers a sort of healthy, acceptable redirection for those unconscious habits.
Right, so it's not just about keeping your hands busy. It's about genuinely redirecting or channeling that energy in a useful way. But how? How does that simple act, flipping and folding 8 little cubes, actually help with something as significant as focus or anxiety?
Yeah.
What's the the psychological mechanism they suggest is at play here?
Well, the mechanism they describe is pretty elegant in its simplicity. The repetitive, consistent flip and fold motion, they claim it can improve your focus while studying, working, or brainstorming. It's also said to provide a calming sensation for your mind.
The calming sensation.
Yeah, the underlying idea seems to be that by channeling that nervous energy into a repetitive task, one with a low cognitive load, you're essentially providing a kind of mental white noise for your brain.
Ah, okay.
This could free up your higher-level mental resources, the ones that might otherwise be consumed by anxious thoughts or just restlessness. It lets them concentrate more effectively on whatever the main task is. Or maybe it just offers a soothing, grounding effect that reduces overall stress. It's about giving your hands and maybe a small part of your brain something simple to do, so the rest of your brain can do what it needs to do.
Makes sense.
And importantly, this isn't pitched as just for a niche group. The broad appeal is highlighted. They position it as a sensory gift for adults and teens kids.
It seems designed to be a pretty universally accessible tool for a wide age range.
That makes perfect sense, actually. A consistent, low-demand physical outlet helping to clear mental space. So if it's meant to be this daily tool for focus and calm, what does that mean for, well, daily life? How does a product like this Joe-Yank Fidget Cube really fit into a busy schedule? Or maybe even a quiet environment like a library or a meeting?
This is really where its practicality shines, I think. And it comes down to a critical design choice. The product info really emphasizes its portability. It's described as simple, lightweight, pocket size, and fun.
A pocket size?
Yeah, the dimensions are incredibly compact, just 1.57 inches cubed, basically. Or 4 centimeters cubed, which makes it super easy to just slip into a pocket or a bag. But here's the detail that I think transforms its usability.
Yeah.
It's explicitly stated as noiseless.
Noiseless. Okay, that to me is the real game changer. Because so many fidget toys, while maybe great for individual focus, can be incredibly disruptive in quiet settings.
Yeah.
Makes them almost unusable in public or like professional environments.
Precisely. The significance of it being noiseless really can't be overstated. It transforms the Fidget Cube from potentially being, a social faux pas into this discreet, unobtrusive aid. The product description specifically highlights its suitability for school, during meetings, classes, work, in the car or bus without interrupting others. This feature directly tackles one of the biggest friction points with fidget toys, the potential for distracting others. It means you can actually use it to maintain focus or alleviate anxiety without creating new anxiety about bothering people around you. It helps it integrate into almost any environment. Plus, they also mention it as a good desk accessory for the office or home, offering, they say, endless finger pleasure throughout the day.
That is a clever design choice. It genuinely broadens its usability and appeal far beyond what you might first expect. Now, shifting gears just a little bit, what stands out to you about this product, beyond its direct function as a fidget toy and its premium build? I'm thinking about something maybe a little more unexpected, like sustainability features. It's not a common claim for a small gadget like this.
Yeah, that's what's truly fascinating here. Exactly that point, the inclusion of a carbon impact claim. This is genuinely not something you typically expect to see highlighted for a small, everyday item like a fidget cube. Not usually. The product is Climate Partner certified.
Climate.
Yeah, and that's a pretty comprehensive label. It signifies a real dedicated commitment to environmental responsibility. This certification means that the carbon emissions associated with the product's entire life cycle, from raw materials, manufacturing, shipping, all of it, were meticulously measured. Then, targets were set to reduce those emissions, and actual reductions were implemented. Any remaining unavoidable emissions are then offset by financing certified climate projects, things like reforestation or renewable energy.
Wow.
And there's even a specific certification number provided, something like 7U9N2U, which offers transparent, verifiable proof.
So it's not just some vague marketing claim then. There's a verifiable third-party audited process behind it. That's actually a significant point of differentiation in today's market, especially for a consumer product like this. It tells us something, doesn't it? That conscious consumption is maybe moving more mainstream, even influencing seemingly simple purchases. Okay, moving from the product itself to the purchasing experience.
Yeah.
What does the product page tell us about consumer confidence when buying this cube? How do they ensure trust in an online transaction?
That's always a crucial question for any online purchase, right? And the product page does address purchasing confidence directly. It highlights a free returns policy, emphasizing an easy, convenient process, no shipping charges, provided it meets the returns policy, of course.
So free returns. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, that directly aims to remove a common barrier for online shoppers, makes the purchase feel less risky. Furthermore, it details a secure transaction process. It clearly states that your payment information is encrypted during transmission, and crucially, that credit card details are not shared with third-party sellers. This is all aimed at building trust around the entire online buying experience, which is, paramount today.
So they're really trying to make the purchase feel as low risk and transparent as they can. Is there anything else about buying it we should be aware of? Like a warranty or important seller details?
Yes, there's a brief mention of a product warranty,
Mm.
and then a very, very critical detail. The product source strongly stresses the importance of buying exclusively from the only verified seller, Joe Yank.
Only from them.
Yes, this isn't just a suggestion, it's framed almost like a warning. The source explicitly highlights that some other sellers might list the product, but then never actually ship it after you purchase.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, potentially leaving buyers out of pocket and obviously without the authentic product or its warranty. So that's a really crucial heads up for anyone looking to buy. Make sure you get the legitimate item and the support that comes with it.
That is incredibly important practical advice for anyone considering this. Thanks. Finally, let's just broaden our view for a second. How does this Joyank Fidget Cube fit into the wider market, the whole world of similar products? What else is out there, and how does this one really stand apart within that, let's face it, crowded landscape of sensory tools?
Right. When we look at the broader market, the product page itself actually offers a bit of a glimpse. It mentions top-rated similar items and similar brands on Amazon. And it's a pretty diverse landscape. You've got other infinity cubes, sure, but it also extends to things like magnetic rings, 12-sided fidget cubes, magnetic fidget sliders, even various kinds of fidget worm toys.
Right. Lots of options.
Definitely. It clearly shows there's a wide array of tools out there designed to address similar needs for focus and stress relief. What's particularly notable, though, is that the source highlights that other infinity cubes, like one called the Pillpuck the Fube, also boasts sustainability features.
Ah, so Joyank isn't alone there.
Exactly. This isn't just a one-off thing for Joyank. It looks like a broader trend within this specific fidget toy category. It indicates maybe a shift in consumer values, or at least manufacturers responding to perceived values.
Okay, so while the sustainability aspect isn't totally unique to Joyank within the Infinity Cube world, it's clearly an important emerging standard that maybe consumers are starting to expect. Given that, how does the Joyank Cube manage to carve out its own distinct identity amidst all these similar products?
Exactly right. In this increasingly conscious market, the Joyank Cube seems to double down on its other unique selling points to stand out. It combines that premium, durable metal construction we talked about with its genuinely noiseless operation, which, as you said, is a key differentiator for public and professional use. So these features, combined with its focused benefits for concentration and anxiety, they position it as a sort of high-quality, considerate, and highly effective option. It's not just presented as another fidget toy. The aim seems to be a discreet, durable, and thoughtfully designed tool for modern life. One that fits into nearly any routine without disruption, all while kind of aligning with those broader consumer desires for product integrity and even environmental responsibility.
We've definitely covered a lot today on this deep dive. We've seen how the Joyank Fidget Cube really distinguishes itself through its durable, premium CNC machine materials, creating that satisfying tactile experience with its continuous, fluid movement. We explored that fascinating range of stated benefits for focus, for anxiety, delving into how such a simple tool might genuinely channel restless energy. Then we looked at its remarkable practicality, its pocket-sized portability, and that crucial, maybe game-changing detail. Its noiseless operation, making it suitable for almost anywhere. And perhaps most surprisingly, we unearthed its commitment to sustainability, a feature that really speaks to much broader consumer trends. This kind of deep dive hopefully helps you make a truly informed purchasing decision, understanding the full picture beyond just a simple description, including those valuable insights on what other buyers might be seeing and experiencing.
Absolutely. That kind of comprehensive knowledge truly empowers you to make better choices.
It really does. So here's a final thought to leave you with. Given this growing emphasis on focus and mental well-being in our busy, often overwhelming lives, what role do you think innovative yet simple tools like these fidget cubes play in our daily routines? And maybe, how might they continue to evolve in the future? You've been listening to Ben and Jen's podcasts, where we help you make informed decisions, one product review at a time. We'll catch you next time.